So my name is Thomas Trafford. I'm from Paris and I'm 19 years old.
Where were you when you first heard about what happened?
I was at home with my parents. We were celebrating the fact that we were together, and so we were having a dinner. And it was like very weird, because like the vibe was really nice. We were all very happy to see each other, and 1 second later, everything changed. Like this happened, and I don't know. It was like very intense in a way, a huge punch in the face too, because nobody was expecting this, and yeah. I think I think the most shocking part of this event was I think the act in itself, like the fact that they chose to attack like public places. We all watched the TV, like the news, but I mean it was really dimmed in a way, like very abstract. Nobody really understood what was happening, and while we were watching the news, some people were still in the people who were at the concert were still in the concert room. So it was like kind of like a live show in a way, and we discussed about it like the whole night long. Like we didn't sleep at all.
Yeah.
Even though I lost like some people that were in the concert, like there were like 2 guys that I knew that were in the concert. Even though I'm kind of like angry and very very sad, I still think about what happens every day in Syria, and this happens like 10 times more importantly, and it's like a daily routine. I wouldn't have never expected such a thing, but I think we should have been prepared to this, because this event kind of made me realize that we were in war, and so that's why it was another punch in the face, because you suddenly get to realize that actually we were in war, and that's how it happens. Like people die during a war, so why would people die in Syria and not in France or not in another European country? Well, of course, even in the United States, everywhere they were talking about this. But they were not talking about what happened in Syria on Friday. Like 130 people died in Syria, and they didn't talk about it at all. So that's why on the other side, I feel really bad for because I suddenly realized that I never really supported Syria, because I don't know for which reason, but I never really even had a thought for them. So, and I think a lot of people are not really aware of this still. They are really like focused on what happened in Paris, and because it's the capital, it's like a capital of France. So it has a more like important impact on the world. But I think later what will happen is that I think for the moment the government is sort of avoiding any like transmission of information, because they want to avoid this like this whole organization that attacked Paris to be informed, or because, for example, if we decide to organize a huge gathering in Paris, well, this is like, I think, another very good target for them to attack. So I think for the moment they're gonna like stay very quiet and just comment what happened, but they won't give any like information regarding a gathering or a demonstration, or what the government is planning to do. Or I think for the moment just like very just talking about the form and not really like the future. I mean, what's gonna happen. So. I know that a lot of people, French citizens, are once they want the president to quit. So because he decided to be part of the war without really asking us, like the French citizens, our opinion. So we're kind of like suffering for for his decision in a way. I think this events is like a triggering factor that's gonna push a lot of French to open themselves to the right wing, so the more radical party. And so I think he shouldn't quit. I don't know. It's for the moment. It's really fresh. So I don't really know. I think people are not really kind of thinking about this political aspect because I live in the zone where it happened, like in the 20e arrondissement, which, as I said before, is like sort of a very kind of cosmopolitan district with and like sort of arty too. A lot of thing happens there, and for example, this Bataclan, where the concert happened, is really famous, and I think they chose this concert for a particular reason, which is because it was like heavy metal music, and in my opinion, heavy metal just like attracts a certain population, which are like very white, very French, so they choose the right target, I would say. And yeah, it was like from a more personal point of view, it was really like very stress. It was a very stressful moment because a lot of friends of mine hang out in this like République where they put like the bombs. I don't know how you call it. It's not really bombs, but they throw like
homeless.
Hmm?
Like homeless people, or
no. Like you know this. It's not a bomb. It's like you just throw it and.
oh, like a I know what you're talking about, like in the bottle and
yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah.
And yeah, so everyone was calling to each other just to know if we were safe, if nobody, like none of our relatives were touched or killed. And well, on Friday I was not aware that 2 friends of mine had been killed, and I wasn't aware that they were at the concert, neither. And yeah, I think it was kind of like an interesting moment too, in the way that on Saturday, like I went out, and it was really intense. Like a lot of people were gathering in those places, sort of like mourning, and a lot of people were crying, of course. And on the other side, there were a lot of people who were also like taking pictures, and there were like this sort of like very journalistic approach aspect of the people who they take videos of the people who were dead, or the blood on the floor, and yeah, that really struck me because I felt like it kind of reminded me, this movie Night Call, about this journalist who does like everything. He films his like partner who's dying, and I felt like the same when I was watching this movie, like this kind of very like mediatized aspect of how people like kind of react to this. So they want to take pictures and then sell it to journal, to newspapers. Like there was like I felt like a bit uncomfortable, and so that's why I didn't really stay a long time in those places, in those zones. So I just passed through and just observed a little bit, and then I went. I went in another place. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say more because it's really. I think I'm not really realizing it for the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like when this happened, like the first question that raised to my mind was, I mean, why do we keep killing our like each other's? Is it like part of I don't know, a part of our nature, like that humans, human beings have like this sort of thirst of power and blood in a way. That's how I feel it. I don't really understand why we react this way. Like I was watching this video and the guy was commenting what happened, and one thing that he said was that the human beings were like kind of meant to love each other's, and I completely agree with him. Like I think, yeah, I think the best way to end this is yeah, like just to like finally just forget about money and forget about like all those artificial artifacts and think about human as a, I don't know, we are all human, we are all the same, and we should just love each other as we are without taking into account the origins, the skin color or whatever. And I think that once this will be acquired, things will change. But maybe it's a bit utopist in a way, but I think now the only thing I can think about is like a utopic solution or a dream maybe, but it's that's all. Like when I went out on Saturday, I felt really insecure. I was like, I don't know, it was really weird. Like I was in a very weird mood, and so like yeah, I went to have a drink with some friends because yeah, I mean, like I have a lot of friends who lost like professors or even cousins or something, friends too, and so I thought yeah, the best thing to like overcome this is to just gather together and talk about it and avoid staying alone. And yeah, like I was observing everyone and even myself, and like when we were sitting in this like cafe, I could see everyone like just observing like around him, like trying like to analyzing the people who were walking, just in case, because we were really afraid, you know. And so you start analyzing everyone, trying to find a gun on the guy or a bomb, but then it becomes like sort of like paranoia, and yeah, it's really stressful. It was really stressful. Yeah.